Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the Stream of Chaos. My name is James, and I am the keeper for this Call of Cthulhu campaign, Shadows Over Stillwater, which is an awesome campaign in the Down Darker Trails setting, which is Call of Cthulhu in the Wild West. I'm joined, as I always am, by this cast of fantastic folks, and let's have them all introduce themselves. First of all, Art, do you want to start?
Hi, I'm Art. I am playing Dr. Joseph Waite, and last we saw me, I spent an entire session being ineffectual.
Hopefully some of the research that you did will feed in some way coming up. Daniel, what about you?
Oh, hey, I'm Daniel. I play Griff Gutherson, who is an aging mountain man. And last time we saw me, I was sneaking around and finding snake people that were dressed up like humans. But they're just like wearing the faces humans. You'll see. You'll get there. You'll get it.
Oh, we'll catch up in just a second. David.
Hello, I'm Dave. I play Grease, and I'm the better half of the only successful infiltration team.
Exactly. The other infiltration, you know what I mean. The other team, it got a lot bigger by the time that the stealth mission was done, in the form of bound captives. Jackson.
Hey, I'm Jackson, playing Marshal Jeremiah MacDonald, who's just launched his acting career in feigning to arrest some of my companions. It was all a show, though, for someone we suspected could have been a lizard person.
Okay, and of course, Rachael.
Hello, my name is Rachael. I play Adda Blanca Ward, a reformed outlaw. And last we saw me, I was reforming stealth missions.
Good line.
We got there in the end. I think it's more about results than the journey. I think it's not the journey. I think it is actually the
But the results were a problem as well.
Yeah, and what if the journey takes you 3 times as long? Like, then it's a little bit...
And
about
endangered
the
lives.
Are we getting into the end justifies the means territory?
Uh-oh.
If you say it like that.
All right. So, for those of you who are just joining us and who haven't caught up on YouTube, what are you doing? Catch up on YouTube. But also, let's give you a little update so that you know exactly what's going on. In the briefest of terms, our investigators are all a band of folks who are hot on the heels of the Green-Eyed Gang, who are a group of outlaws. And they all have a rival in the Green-Eyed Gang that they want to catch. Now, they tracked one of the people in the Green-Eyed Gang, Hank Hanratty, to a town called Stillwater, which turned out to be infested with strange snake people who were poisoning the air. So they got rid of the snakes, they got rid of Hank Hanratty, and then they've heard that the same strange effects that were on the town of Stillwater seem to have been cropping up at a nearby town called Santa Rosita. They traveled to Santa Rosita, and inside Santa Rosita, they have found more evidence of the same dangerous snake people, but also, they have caught up with Maria Romero, who is another person from the Green-Eyed Gang who they're trying to track down. So, we are going to jump back in as the collection of you are upstairs in the small tailor's warehouse, basically, where you have caught Maria Romero. Now, somehow you all managed to avoid complete disaster last time. I set it up so that Grease was going to have to shoot at Mac. I set it up so there was going to be yelling people trying to run to get the to get the sheriff and get the police. And I set it up so that people would throw mind control dust into Griff's face. But you've overcome every problem, and congratulations to you. And for now, it's the dead of night by now. You've managed to keep things relatively quiet. You have the aide, or one of the people who was working in this store, who has been knocked unconscious and who is now being kept safely in a nearby room. And you have Maria Romero, or at least the serpent person with the skin of Maria Romero, inside the house, and you have to decide what to do next. So, what are you all doing? You've probably had a couple of minutes. You've restored yourselves. You've bandaged up the tiny cut that you got from being grazed by Griff's shot, I believe. Grease's shot, I believe, Mac.
Yeah, I think so. What's the status of our captives? I believe the doctor was kind enough to apply a generous amount of chloroform to the shopkeep.
Yes, the shopkeep is sound asleep, and you've probably laid them out on a bed, and they're looking very relaxed. They kind of just snuggled in.
We should finish
We
the
can
job.
convince him it's
Oh,
all a
yeah,
bad
that.
dream.
But Maria is still conscious.
Maria is still conscious, and once the collection of you start coming up, waving around guns, and seem to have resisted the mind control powder, or the powder which, you know, you've seen it applied like that before, but the powder which you threw at Griff, she clams up and stops talking and kind of looks around, her eyes darting about with an almost reptilian level of stillness.
Hey, Griff, you got her?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tie her up though first. Like, put her on a chair and like tie her to the chair.
Okay.
Hand behind the backs.
Real quick. Do we know that this person is a serpent, or is this an educated guess that we're making?
Well, I think I'll leave that question to the trained medical professional.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain I heard her, or what was almost definitely her, talking in the in the tongue of those serpentine folk.
All right, so you're pretty sure, Griff, and you did indeed hear sounds coming from the closed door, which appeared to be Maria Romero. Now, Joseph, you had yourself referenced to the trained medical professional here is you, unless someone else is hiding a degree. So,
Nah.
what is Joseph doing right now?
Waiting.
Waiting by the side. Excellent. Do you make forward or do anything when Mac says we'll leave it to you to decide whether this person is a snake person or not?
You want me to take a look at him, Mac?
But I think we better know what we're dealing with, along with the shopkeep downstairs.
All right. Yeah, I'll go take a look at her.
Okay, so you take a few steps forward. Now, also standing right next to her is Blanca. Now, Blanca, this person is the person that you've been chasing for so long, your rival from the Green-Eyed Gang. At least it looks entirely like them. What is Blanca doing? What's going through Blanca's mind? What's the scene?
That's why I was asking if we know if it's the snake person or not, because I feel like her reaction changes
Well,
depending on if it's a snake person.
Well, I don't think Blanca knows necessarily.
Is she conscious?
She's conscious and she's not saying anything and she's looking around.
I have ideas, but they're all very rash. So I'm going to deliberately step back in a rare moment of clarity and wait until I know if this is really her or not.
You can see rage crossing Blanca's face, but Blanca manages to hold on to their temper and takes a few steps back, coldly watching as Griff steps forward and you quickly restrain Maria. Yes.
No, you go ahead.
No, please.
I was just going to aggravate things. Resolve Doc first, probably.
Okay, all right. Well, Doc, you get in close and you kneel down and you start to take a look at this person. Now, really, I mean, you're looking for any sign that this person is secretly a snake. Now, they haven't really got scales or anything like that, and you know that this illusion that they seem to put up is pretty effective. So, can I get you to make a psychology test?
Can I offer you something else?
Yeah, sure. Go
I
ahead.
wasn't gonna check her.
Okay.
I was gonna give her a rather large amount of morphine to knock her out so that whatever she does, by the time she wakes up, she won't have it anymore and we'll know.
Okay.
'Cause I know it's a temporary thing. I assume she has to maintain it, so if I knock her out, there's a solid chance.
Certainly. Okay. So you start to get your equipment out, and upon seeing a dirty great needle be pulled out,
Alternatively, I'll just chloroform her. Whatever is easier,
okay,
like,
cool. Yeah.
it doesn't fucking matter.
you're preparing and seeing that something is about to be administered. Maria is finally going to say something, and she says, "What are you doing?"
Who are you?
I just want to be let go.
I don't think so, miss. You, hollering, making a scene, and I believe And can I attempt, and I don't care how mangled it is, but I want to try and say something I keep wanting to say Nazgul, and I know it's not that, it's Narkle.
Narkal, yes, you
Narkal, yeah.
absolutely can. Since you learnt the language of the serpent people, you can make two things here. You can either make a couple. You can make a Narkal check, which will just be straight conversing with them in Narkal. You can make a hard intimidate or fast talk test, and this is going to be you trying to catch them, suddenly make their eyes light up with recognition or something like that, to try and
Lizard says what?
Well, my Narkal is 4. My fast talk is 5.
Good,
And
good.
my intimidate is I don't know because I can't find it.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
I assume it is also equally shit.
Intimidate is in the
If-
center
if-
under history.
Oh, 15.
is-
So half of 15 is 7.
7.
yeah.
So a
mean-
hard intimidate is literally the best I've got.
Okay. Well, look, this is sort of drawing things out of people in this way is not within your traditional specialty.
You know, I feel like Joseph's just gonna try and say words in Narkle. He's not gonna try and like intimidate them. He's not gonna try and trick them. He's just gonna attempt to say shit.
Okay.
So I'll use Narkle.
You start spitting out a few words in Narkal. Okay.
Oh,
That's
you have 10 points
possible.
of luck.
It's not
Sure.
far away.
Sure.
Very nice.
You can
That is as close as you're gonna get with a 4. Like,
One of these days I will get under 4 and I will increase my skill and it will be great.
You could push the roll.
You could.
I
That
don't
is-
want to like rip out my own vocal cords
Could
while
hiss.
I can speak alien.
You need a forked tongue, so we get a set of scissors.
Oh, we go for like all Firefly Reapers on.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So.
Yeah, you have 10 points of luck to make.
All right, thank you very much. I will take your 10 points of luck. Now, across to the sides of the room, Blanca and Grease, the two of you are standing looking on. And I know that you have mentioned previously that both your characters are religious. We know that Griff, not so much, or at least in a complicated kind of way. And Mac, you seem like you're a troubled soul, but not someone who pays too much heed to what's written in no book.
Talking about me or Blanca?
Mac.
You.
Oh, very good. Me. No, I think he kind of takes the Bible as more of a suggestion, the kind of
Okay.
guidelines.
So,
But he's given up caring about most things.
in which case, the two of you, so Griff and Mac, the two of you have no real reaction to this, but Blanca and Grease, I need you to both make a sanity check as your good friend the doctor nods a few times and leans forward and starts going, "Ah!" literally speaking in tongues.
No.
Oh. That's creepy. I don't like that. Oh my god.
Okay.
You freak the fuck out.
Well, you've got above 50 sanity.
Okay, so it's not. Oh, it isn't.
Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
Yeah,
I'm a healthy human being.
Both of you are going to fail. So you both have a moment of, geez. And I would like you both to lose 2 points of sanity.
I'm burning 5 points of luck to succeed that, if that's okay,
And you'll
James.
be fine. You can hold it.
We've got more luck than I know what to do with.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sure
That-
we'll
Luck.
figure
You
out.
can't luck sanity rolls.
fair call. You know, it definitely makes sense that you can't. I'll take the 2.
Someone double check that.
Suffer with
I will
me.
double check.
Suffer with
Thank
me.
you.
I don't
Literally
want
have
to.
a look. Just sitting here.
I just.
Okay.
Slap you across the head like suffer, boy.
So
When is it not funny to watch Dave suffer?
now,
Hey.
Doc, you lean in and you start to hiss in Narkal, these strange words and syllables coming out of your throat like a natural language to you. Everyone else leans back a little bit because this is a strange sight to behold. And then a second later, Maria looks up and goes, "That's it," and starts answering in Snake. Both of you conversing for a few moments. She leans back. You've just sort of been saying words, Doc, and you don't really know what she said. Something about show walking, but you don't really get the full details of what she was implying. After having said a few words in Snake, she turns and she looks at the collection of you and says, "I'm not one of them. I just got taught the language."
Y'all,
That's a bit of a stretch.
I mean, you're fraternizing with him, or whatever.
She gestures with her head towards a dock and says, "It's not too far-fetched. You've got someone who speaks the language too."
Yeah, we
Well,
trust the
that's
doctor. We don't trust you.
Ma'am, if that's the case, you won't mind my taking a good look over you, right?
Why do we need to do that? She's not injured.
She doesn't
I
say
mean-
it. She waits for the collection of you.
I'll go ahead with that psychology check then.
Yeah, but Blanca, say she's a lizard, and she's just masquerading as a normal folk. Wouldn't it be best to know?
If she's a lizard, she won't mind us. We have a purpose here, and that's to get rid of these lizard people.
Yeah.
If she really isn't one of them, then she's just really Maria then.
Did,
Isn't that correct?
Could be.
Yeah, so you say, "Isn't that correct?" And she nods and she says, "That's me. I'm not a lizard. I'm Maria."
Well, it don't really matter what she is. She got information that we need, and we need that information out of her.
What information?
I mean,
We
did
need
she?
to know-
Now you going,
yeah,
Griff?
we need to know where the snake or lizard people are and what they're doing around here.
And if they poisoned
know.
us
Yeah.
or tried
They
to,
definitely did.
I can only presume.
And we also, while we're at it, wouldn't mind knowing if she knows the locale of any other members of her band of gangs. Band of gangsters. You know what I mean.
Members
I
of
do
the
not.
band?
Yeah, that's the
Band
one, yeah.
members. Gang.
Yeah. Of the
members.
green-eyed gang. Any more of them where they are at. I'm saying this right in front of her too. Like she's like I'm not subtle.
She's listening. She appears to be. Oh, there you go. No lucking that sanity roll. Thank you very much. Okay, so you will lose your 2 points of sanity.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Now, she appears to be listening, just sort of softly looking from one person to the other. She is avoiding meeting your gaze, Blanca, and seems to be rightfully at this stage a little scared of you. But after hearing this conversation, she is going to say, "Yeah, I know these things. I'll tell you if you let me go."
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Why-
The others.
Why not?
Because she's dying tonight. That's what's happening.
Well, hold on. I don't think we're executioners.
Why
Max?
not? You got to shoot down your man in the street.
Mac,
Do you know her?
Mac,
We have history.
Marshall. Nasaja is correct. I will stand by her on this one.
I've actually just quickly I have forgotten. Your rival, Mac. Did he hang or did you?
We
kill
hung him. We hung
He
him.
hung. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I got that. Sorry.
Oh well,
Okay.
I mean the principle's the same. He was still.
He died.
He was still.
He was very
Maybe this
eager
is
about
failing
it.
on
too.
my part. Do I know? Do we know that she's a member of the Green Eye Gang by now?
Now that this has been
The three of us
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
Doc and
I
Blanca
put that-
do.
I think
That's-
I may have inserted some player knowledge into that character.
That was
And
the
you'll be
assumption I was
punished
going
for
on.
it.
It is immediately becoming obvious.
What?
In moments, I think that as soon as you see, well, hang on, Blanca really seems to. Oh, light bulb.
All right.
So this.
You mean this woman's a criminal?
I think it
Well,
is.
yeah, we'll hang her up tomorrow.
Oh, excellent.
Well,
She looks across and says, "If I die, everything I know dies with me."
and hang on, she
That's-
don't look like a killer. Do-
Did
I
that
might-
other other fellow look like a killer? The Hank Hatterady? He was fine until we hung him.
Suppose he owned up to it though.
Hanged.
People ain't
Excuse me.
always what they look like.
All right, well,
Sorry, really quickly, Jamie.
Yes.
Have we discussed? I can't remember very terribly much. Maria's various crimes.
Yeah, Maria has
Extensive.
various crimes. What are you wondering in particular?
I'm trying to remember on a scale of like extortion to cannibalism,
Yeah.
where it falls.
So look, you picked the bandit background, and when we had a chat, we specifically decided that you hadn't run with any intensely serious gangs.
No.
So you weren't part of, say, a band of cannibals, nor were you part of a gang of people sort of riding around killing everybody they came across. I think it's probably safe to say that Blanca has robbed a lot of people and maybe had to kill one or two. That probably wasn't so justified. Well, or straight up,
Yes.
second degree, I think would be the legal term. I don't know. Not premeditated.
But Maria, on the other hand, I imagine would have a stronger reputation.
Maria joined up with the Green-Eyed Gang, and they
Yeah,
did
okay.
reprehensible things. So yes, you are
Yes.
almost certain that she is guilty of all kinds of horrible crimes.
place yourselves on the scale.
I thought you had placed
What
it
did
where
she
you
mean?
thought we were. I was like,
I did.
Why am I so far to the?
'Cause
No,
you're
why-
A bandito.
If anything, Griff is the one that would have had some curious
Yeah,
diet.
I must have very, and I'm very suspicious of the doctor. So the doctor can be somewhere here.
Look, we all got we all got some strange eating habits.
man's more just drinking, but yeah.
Consumption, then, let's say. Should we have a discussion without her around?
I can knock her out.
As can I.
Yeah, but then we have
Well,
to...
whatever is medically safer. I'm happy to use the butt of my shotgun or the,
As you
the
kind of
foam stuff.
you raise up a butt of your shotgun, you would really love to crack Maria right
Snake or no snake, I'm ready to beat someone up.
Well, hold on. If she's under our custody, we find a cell for her. We throw her in there.
now. Maria looks to you, Marshall, and says, I've got information, and I'll give it in return for immunity. And I got to leave town tonight. That's the deal.
That's not happening. That's not happening, Marshall.
Then your trail goes dead here.
What
For
do
the
you
snakes and for the Green-Eyed Gang.
What do you got a moose for? What are you scared of in town?
I'll tell you when you give me immunity.
How come we know it's worth it? The information.
You don't.
Well, I mean, Blanca says you're a scum, so I ain't liable to trust just your word. Why don't you give us a taster or something? Point us in the the general direction. We know someone attacked us, tried to poison us. We're gonna find them. Why don't you point us in the right direction, and then we know you're good for it.
Can you make a persuade check for me?
Sure.
I'm just wondering, is there a way I could, with the snake people, do they get all the memories of the person they're trying to be? Is that could I try and specific weird detail this person into revealing if they're a snake or not?
Sure. So we'll jump back. First of all, a while ago, if you failed your psychology test, Doc, I don't know if we resolved that, but unfortunately, you can't really tell. It's a little.
I gathered.
Maybe, possibly. Griff, Maria, just blank face. Career criminal is used to this kind of like drawing out tactic, and she just doesn't say anything. Blanca, yes, you absolutely can try. Now, a couple of ways you could go about it. I think that you could. Do you have a skill that you're suggesting, or?
I wonder, because fast talk is like lying, isn't it? It's
It's
not.
also tricking. Like it can be trying to trip someone up in conversation. So I think
That's what I was thinking. Because I feel like I would remember something really specific, like, oh, is coffee a thing yet? Like, oh, how many sugars do you have? What? Don't give me that.
Yep. Exactly. You know,
Maybe a better example.
If there was a warm sun
What's your
lamp,
favorite
you'd like
kind of
to
herb?
curl up under it.
Do you like
I mean,
herbs?
the classic would be like thistle in the whiskey. Little details like that. but
Oh
it's not
yeah,
those
it wasn't
details.
it a cactus
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
cactus thistle in the whiskey. Yeah.
thingy?
Yeah. So, I would like you to make either a you can pick hard fast talk or hard psychology.
Well, my psychology is all of. Oh no, my psychology is 30, but my fast talk is 50. So I'll do that instead. Oh, 6 points. 6 points of luck. 6 points of
Yeah,
luck.
yeah, that's doable.
That's
Yeah,
doable.
yeah.
It'd be
Oh,
nice
yeah.
to succeed.
So, you start referring to a couple of conversations and interactions that you had with Maria back when the two of you were working together as thieves. Now, the person in front of you, Maria Serpent, answers perfectly, gets all of the details right. But as you're going through, you start to, something occurs to you in the back of your mind that for all of the intelligence that Maria had, you know, she was a genius, she never really cared about you. And she never really cared to remember details about you. You know, her brain was so full of plans that she'd never, the fact that she's getting all these details right is suspicious in itself. So as you start to sort of have a bit more of a conversation, a bit more time to sort of decode what's going on, you start to think, this is probably a serpent. Now that's just one opinion, but it is backed up by a hard fast talk roll. So there you go.
So
I'm
I
the person
don't.
who
I
knows
don't.
it best.
So I don't reckon the real Maria would know all these random little details
Yeah, wouldn't
about
care.
my
or
life.
deign
Or
to answer exactly.
real Maria was a. Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
as Blanca's talking, I guess we get the impression that they know each other quite well. Because I mean,
Yes,
it's vice versa, right? Blanca's going through a bunch of details.
Yep.
So looking back and forth between the two, Blanca, how do y'all know her?
I ran with her for a time, but not while she was with the Green-Eyed Gang. It was before things deteriorated to that level.
No, she scoffs and she says, "Yeah, I don't play holier than thou now. You still have got plenty of blood on your hands, just like me." This is a lie. You absolutely.
Oh, really?
don't. And then she says, she leans into it and immediately says, "I've seen you kill. I know you'll kill again."
These folk have seen me kill, and it's been to protect others. As it was until... She's not even the real Maria. I don't want to argue with this snake person.
So she is a lizard.
I'm pretty sure she's a lizard. I don't think the real Maria would remember random little details about, favorite Bible verses and how many sugars I have in my coffee, which is totally a thing at this point.
Yep, absolutely.
People have coffee. They do. They have
They
coffee.
do,
in
absolutely.
Red
You
Dead.
brew
Yeah.
coffee, yeah.
Oh yeah, that
And does
proves
that
it. I think
change-
that's fair.
Does that change your opinion on whether or not we can let her go?
If this thing's the lizard, it's not going anywhere.
Well, but we gotta get information out of it somehow.
I mean, if it's not the real Maria, I guess, we could put it down, but
She
you gotta
was
get information out of it.
she was somewhere in here. Why don't y'all keep your conversation? You ain't gonna listen to my opinion necessarily anyway. I might go and have a look around, see if I can find any journals or whatnot.
Matter of
I
fact,
can.
we should check on our friend downstairs and see what temperature blood he's got running through his veins.
I can give him a walk by as I go. Doc, do you want to come with me? I can't read necessarily what we find anyway. I got letters, but they ain't great.
Alright. Do you want me to knock her out before we go?
I reckon
No,
they'll
I
talk
think
to her.
we'll try and get something out of it.
I was gonna say,
Isn't it-
Mac, I bet you've gotten some information out of difficult customers in your time. You think you could work your magic?
Got enough time, don't I?
Oh no.
What time is it?
See what we can do.
It's the dead of night now. Well into the,
Dead.
the dead of night.
Oh
Like,
no!
Oh,
no!
no. This is a bad
Wait,
time
wait.
for this.
We've essentially got until the workers come back tomorrow morning.
Yeah, unless something loud happens.
Why would you say that?
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we will interrogate it, but we will not shoot it because we don't want to make too much noise.
Okay. All right. So, Doc, Grease, the two of you head off and you head downstairs and you start to take a look around. Mac, Blanca, the two of you are standing in front of Maria. And Griff, where will you be going?
I might do a watch
Yep.
and like start maybe just like walking around and keeping a watch out, making sure that nothing's gonna sneak up on this factory while we're or store while we're.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Griff, you can make a spot hidden for me. Now, Doc and Grease, as the two of you are wandering around, I'll get you to make a medicine check, Doc, as you just check up on the person downstairs. Grease, can you make for me
Sleight of hand.
a science forensics check is what I'd love to ask, but I don't know, if you're just looking at journals, if you're
Thank
looking
you.
for any information like that, I will ask for a spot hidden or I'll ask for a track.
Definitely spot hidden.
Okay. Griff, outside. It is dark. It is cold. You head out the door and start wandering around and kind of looking back and forth. Do you want to luck or push that?
Look, I don't think so. I'm nowhere close.
All right. In which case, and I'm sorry to do this to you. You will do a full lap of the building, and as you're walking back in, you're at the bottom of the steps, and you hear the faint chiming of crystal above you, and you look up and you realize you've been patrolling under full view of the wind chimes that were downstairs.
Yeah.
Head back upstairs.
You want to take him down?
Yeah, I will take him down.
All right.
Can I take him down and destroy him?
Yeah, absolutely. You stomp them. Yeah, the strain, this like too much powdered crystal, and they spark a little bit as you crush them, but you're pretty sure you're not being watched anymore. So good job. Now,
Fabulous.
Doc, how'd you go on your medicine?
Success with luck.
Success with luck. Okay, fantastic. This person's going to be okay. You actually administered it perfectly well. Now you're not really. They're going to remember being attacked. Unfortunately, this isn't going to be a complete wipe. If you'd like, you can make a pharmacy check and try and administer some kind of cocktail to make sure they don't remember being attacked.
Oh, I think I just pressed a bunch of shit.
Ooh,
Pilot.
pilot.
I'm going to be 1 second there. I will return post haste.
Please, no worries. Okay, so meanwhile, the rest of you, how'd you go on your spot hidden, Grease?
Poorly.
Oh,
Can I request? I don't know if this is relevant, but if we're looking through like books and shit,
mhm.
if there are any, would library use come into effect here?
Unfortunately, you're not really looking through books. You're sort of going through looking for like loose documents. So I'm afraid you're not really in a library. I promise you, library use will come up though. It is the classic Call of Cthulhu skill. It absolutely has to.
Research.
You did get a cocktail of pharmacy though.
Okay, so you're working away down there. You're a mad scientist-ing.
Like subtly repeating some of those narcal phrases under my breath.
Of course, yeah. Well, you got to
No.
practice. That's how you learn a new language. It's important, even if that language is the language of terrifying snakes. Grease, you failed your spot hidden check looking around this textile warehouse for anything incriminating. Look, there's some nice shirts. You've got a lovely burgundy fabric, which is, probably destined for some rich and famous person. But as far as incriminating documents go, nothing, I'm afraid.
I was pretty confident that she would have some backup, probably in the form of some of those lizardy brutes.
Yes.
Could I understand I failed the spot hidden test. Would I be able to make a listen check to see if I can hear
Anything in the walls? Stuff
anything
like that?
screwy?
Yeah, make a listen check, sure.
Excellent. Ciao. Well, hey.
Oh, okay, well done. So you've had a careful listen out. You've tried to pick up anything that you can, and you've also had a pretty good walk around the house. There's nothing here.
Okay.
This appears to be an empty house as far as you can tell. Now, meanwhile, Blanca, Mac, upstairs, with Maria. Maria looks from from one of you to the other another time and says, I need to go. I need to be let out. If you knock me out, I won't have time. If you want to know what I have to say, then let me go. Marshall, you've got an ex-murderer and another person who speaks the same language of snakes that I do. You don't know who to trust right now. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you information. I'll tell you where you need to go to catch other members of the Green-Eyed Gang, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
That's generally not how these things work, unfortunately. See, normally how it works is you give me the information you have, and then I assess what use that is to me. Based on that, we decide exactly what your fate is.
Well, let me see. Information? You want information? Okay, let's start with this. I'll give you a teaser. The crimes of one Blanca, companion of the good Marshall. Murder, extortion,
She's a snake.
robbery.
She's a snake, Mac.
Even if that's true, it doesn't mean what I'm saying is a lie.
Fortunately, I only got time to deal with one bandito at a time.
Ooh, all right. Do you feel like do you feel satisfied hearing that, Blanca, or do you feel any sort of gratitude towards
You know what, Mac? I will level with you. I would think you would be the dumbest man alive if you hadn't figured out what I already was. I don't exactly hide it. You think just like a normal woman carries around a shotgun of this caliber? I am what I am. I was trying to get better. And the woman that this thing is pretending to be ruined that for me. And all I am trying to do is put her down so she can't hurt anyone else and then go back to living my normal life. I think this person is a snake. If they tell us the information we want, we can just let them go. We'll probably end up fighting them again anyway.
Based on the information I haven't seen a courthouse recently to run any names. So I'm more concerned about the snake in front of me than the snake I don't know about.
All right. Can I get the two of you to make a spot hidden check?
Oh no.
Which one of us is... Sorry, which one of us is the snake in front of you in that middle? I'm confused.
I think that.
Can I?
I suspect probably the actual snake.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't
that's
sure.
such a scene. I think that you came clean. You came clean, Blanca, and I think that Mac, as much as Mac could, gave you some kind of absolution, which I think is nice.
I don't know. I kind of delayed it.
Yeah.
I don't need your approval, old man. I rolled as myself, but I rolled a success.
Okay. So, as you're talking, it has been long enough, because this thing is not very long acting, that you are starting to see the beginnings of faint lines around the eyes and little dry patches of skin appearing around the neck, the veneer of what should be Maria Romero is starting to fade away and reveal the lizard underneath.
Can I enter? And with the I want to enter with the broken remains of the wind chime, and I would like to throw them down in front of these two and go, guys, we're running short of time here. They know we were here. They know we're gonna get this information soon. We gotta move real quick, I reckon, or they're gonna up their operation and leave before we can uncover it.
Oh, shoot.
I think that given that, I think that you having succeeded this spot hidden, Blanca, can I get you to make a to make a fast talk roll for me? This is hiding the fact that you figured it out. If you want to hide the fact.
Oh, that I've seen.
Or are you happy to just kind of point out like the scales around the eyes?
Oh no, that's fine. Sorry, I didn't make that connection that I was seeing it.
No, totally. So Blanca.
Yeah, no, I will totally point that out.
All right.
This person is a snake. We don't have a whole lot of time. I agree with Griff.
The jig is up, and you point these details out, and Maria holds the game for just a few more seconds, and then leans forward and bares their teeth in a reptilian manner, and says, "It's too late for you anyway, meat. We know you're coming, and we're ready. We knew the second you walked into town. Go on, Shadow Mountain, north of the town. We're waiting for you. You don't have enough time. Assault it with all your forces. the chosen of Yig will strike you down.
Eek.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Well, since you're in a talking mood, you mind telling us how many more of you are in the town?
Enough to kill you. Enough to kill all of them. Our forces will wipe every one of you people off the earth.
Why though? Why?
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all it was.
All right, why though? And I think that the 7-person leans forward, restraining against their bounds, and as they yell, you know, their heart rate's going up. The effects of the potion that is on them is gradually fading away further and further, and they are no longer looking even remotely human. And they begin to yell, because this planet is ours. It always was, and we took it and we held it and we fought to keep it. We have lived here since before you even walked. And starts to kind of rant and rave. Yes, you can hear this downstairs if that was going to be your question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
was-
as you're treating, yeah.
Yeah, I think Joseph has some funny feelings about these creatures. So he's going to make his way upstairs, and unless anyone stops him, is going to pull his revolver, his pistol out of his bag, and just put a bullet in its head.
Okay, so it continues to rant, continues to, so that we have the sciences of aeons, knowledge that would change this. Bang! There is a massive, loud shot that echoes through the house and the town.
Ah, shit.
Oh, god
Six.
dang it.
It's still
What was that
mostly
about?
Maria.
What happened to first do no harm?
Well, generally
Nice to-
speaking, when you have a rabid animal, you put it down so it doesn't do harm to more things that it needs to.
What the hell was that thing talking about? Was it mentioning a whole ass mountain nearby? Did I hear that right?
Serpent Mountain?
Shadow.
I thought.
Shadow.
Okay, I was gonna be.
Brief.
Yeah.
And Rachael, and we should go.
Yeah.
To the mountain.
We should go right now.
No, we should. That was loud.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I didn't really think about it at the time, but yeah.
all right.
we
Let's
gotta
get going. What are we doing with her? I look at nose the. I mean, Doc, we know that's a lizard, but anyone else is gonna think that was murder.
Yeah, I don't much like it. Unless it looks more like a lizard than a woman when some folks get here.
It was
What's it
enough.
looking like now? Is it
Skilled and detailed medical examiner with a thorough inspection might be able to determine that something is up. But this is like a whole Cthulhu investigation would be like, there's something slightly wrong with the body. You know, some of the eye doesn't quite fit where it should be.
Yeah.
To any kind of reasonable
It's-
casual observer, you have broken into a house, tied up the proprietor, shot one of the other people, and you were only just let into town because there was a quarantine that supposedly made people crazy. So
It's not becoming more lizard-like by the second.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
becoming more
It's
bleeding
just-
on the ground.
I look
Just go
at.
hide
I would
it.
like. Okay, I pick her up and like I take off my jacket and wrap her in my jacket.
And
Pick
do
her up.
what?
I look around at all the
Find
textiles,
somewhere to hide it.
and I
Dump
thumb
the
a book
body.
of matches in my pocket.
Okay.
I am fine with
I'm
this.
not getting it out. It solves a lot of
Does
problems.
anyone-
when
Does
it's out.
anyone have any alcohol? We could speed this up.
I don't like this.
Happen for just 1 second, right? If anyone is doing we ran away straight away.
Yeah, we
then
should go.
My character runs to the door and begins to leave. If you have any more conversation or stay longer, then it's you hesitated, and that might give you time to hide the body, to do things like untie the body from the chair that it is attached to, Griff, rather than try and lift someone on a chair, awkwardly maneuver them through a door and stuff like that. If you're running, it's shit, and we're gone. It's not.
I think
hands
grab
up who's
the
sprinting to the door.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the body.
grab the two of them. Grab both of them.
Both of them? No, leave the other
Oh,
man.
I'm only grabbing one.
He was
Oh, unless
just-
he's gonna forget.
He's
Is that the deal?
downstairs. It's a whole thing
He's
as well.
asleep.
Okay, so the three bottom ran to the door. Okay, Griff and Grease, you were still inside. Grease, we're going to say that you're the one who remembers. What about the other person? As Griff is picking up the body of Maria. The three of you are now outside, sprinting to safety, trying to get away. We'll come back to the three of you in a second because just Griff and Griff are inside for the moment. So, Griff, You have the body of Maria, greased. Yeah. You hear. What about the other person? You going to go down and grab them?
Yeah, I'll run down to at least untie him. It just doesn't feel right.
I don't think they're tied. Like,
weren't they handcuffed?
Just.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Oh, in that case, I saw you drugging him as well. I reckon fuck that. I'll just stay long enough that Griff isn't by himself. I'll just help him.
Okay, in which case, Griff, you can make a strength check with advantage because you are being helped to try and maneuver this heavy, unwieldy chair.
I already have a point of bonus dice. Does that mean I get 2?
Use them both.
Dice?
Well, I believe you can also use your pulp talent to reduce the difficulty.
This one I can't. This one just gives me an extra
have
dice.
2 bonus die.
I have 35 strength.
Does that go
I'm helping.
All right, you're all good. You managed to
extreme
body through the door, and within a few seconds, a collection of you are gathered together again, and you are running. Now, are you heading to the outskirts of town? Are you heading out to the wilderness? Are you heading back into the town to quietly explain the situation, go over it in detail, and be sure that everyone can come to reasonable conclusions? What's the go?
Mac, do you know where this Shadow Mountain is? Have you heard of that before?
Oh, just said it was north of the town. I think we gather up some supplies, maybe some munitions, and get up there as soon as we can.
Well, I
Assume we can't trust anyone else in this godforsaken town.
I think if everyone just grabs munitions, what they need to do some damage, and we gotta move now before they disappear into the fog.
We had a mite of trouble getting in here. We run. We ain't getting back in. Not easily, especially if they find a murder.
There's other towns.
I don't think going to Shadow Mountain is a good plan right now. They know we're coming.
They only just know, and they ain't gotten a chance to act yet. This is what we came here to do. I mean, we know these things are out there doing malicious actions. We gotta go now. That's what I reckon.
If the lizards up in the mountain know we're coming, then the lizards in the town know we're here.
The lizards in the town already knew we're here.
Now, as you're having this conversation, desperately trying to figure something out, the ground starts to shake. Just for a second, and you're all kind of unbalanced for a moment. That's it.
They got more of them damn machines. Give it a moment or so, and there'll be fog or whatever else flooding the streets. We gotta act now. Otherwise, these people are gonna hit the disease they think they're protecting themselves from with their quarantine.
And if we're in the town when that happens, they'll probably blame us.
And we'll lose our damn minds.
That too.
All right, we gotta go then.
I just say we go. Do we not already have stuff on us? Surely we have everything we need.
You've got a little bit of stuff on you, but not all of you brought anything. Not everything. All of you who had a horse, and I don't think that many of you do, there is no reason you would have brought the horse to the textile warehouse.
Any of us have horses?
Stabled at the Victoria.
They've got like 20 sheriff's deputies. They're going to have enough horses.
Exactly.
There.
You want to steal some horses?
Laura.
Oh, it's happening again.
Well, now that nothing matters, I can help with that. It's cover of darkness. It's not that hard. Horses are quiet if you're nice to them.
You look at you all see Blanca in a whole new light.
What?
An expert here, ready? Yeah. Run out of a town? I'm ready. Okay, we need horses. We need this.
He's got outlaw crossed out, and under it's written borrower.
No, it's like reformed outlaw, and then you cross out the reformed.
I'm back. No, it's just formed or whatever.
Yeah, formed outlaw.
Oh no, the me outlaw.
So there are lights moving into town, and people are starting to drift towards the house. And we're talking, minutes here. You've spent about 15 seconds chatting. We'll say as this is frantic. Griff is still holding a giant chair with a bound person on it.
Do you want horses or not, Mac?
Yeah, why don't you
Let's
rustle
go
up
get the horses.
You rustle up some horses.
All right. I would like to duck
I like
down
our
a
odds
side
a
alley
bit better
and,
if we.
All right, you're off. All right, Blanca's left.
I will
wanna go-
follow Griff.
I want to go with Blanca.
All right, you're going with Blanca. Mac?
I like our odds a bit better if we pack some dynamite.
Okay.
I want to go with Mac.
Where would I find dynamite in this?
Now you already chose.
town?
You already chose.
Where would you find dynamite in this town? All right.
Is there a prospect and supply store or something like a miner's?
Make a hard education check because you're a marshal and you might possibly know where to get some dynamite. Griff, where are you headed? Remind me.
Oh, I'm ducking down a side alley so that I can untie this body and wrap it in a coat or something. So that
there too. Okay, fantastic. So the collection of you are darting off towards the horses. The other collection of you have darted down a side alley. Mac, you were standing in the middle just as the lights begin to like scatter, like they're hitting the walls next to you and they're across the ground. You have to make a move. You have to make a move now. Where are you going?
Was there a prospector store? Because I'm going
you
there.
have to roll.
No, I'll go to the sheriff's office and then grab some gunpowder then.
Okay, you tear up, heading towards the sheriff's office, which fortunately is probably going to be empty because they're all here with guns looking for you. Yeah, that's a Blanca level move right there. Okay, so the three of you essentially are all heading towards the sheriff's office, and we're going to jump to the two of you who have ducked down a side alley very, very quickly. Put the chair down. Griff, you're just cutting the ropes. You're getting Maria off. All right, you pull the body off. Now that it's been pointed out to you, you can see the lizard-like traits here. You know that this is not the body of a human, but those facts will not be obvious to any but the most keen medical examiner, like the one that you have next to you. As you lay the body on the ground, are you doing anything, Joseph? Griff, what's next? Speak up, let me know.
I am rifling through the pockets and pulling out any valuables to make it look like a robbery gone wrong, and then legging it.
Okay, you start pulling out any valuables that you can. There's like you find a piece of jewelry. That's about it. You find a couple of strange like vials, which they're all empty, unfortunately.
I will pocket the vials. The jewelry I'll actually like throw somewhere like around in the alleyway, like as in probably someone tried to nick it, it went wrong, they got spooked, they left.
Yep.
But I'll take the vials because that's weird and they don't need to see those.
Okay, and Griff.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
All right.
Smash the chair.
Oh yeah, I'll just take it with me, and then like as soon as we're far enough away, I'll destroy it or put it somewhere where it looks less suspicious.
Griff picks up the chair.
Yeah, and then I take it somewhere else.
And you turn. So
I've currently just got a chair with me then.
Doc, you look maddened for a second, but then Griff starts darting off, dragging this stool with him. And
My God.
The alley. Now, you hung around the crime scene. So there are people that are starting to move now. There are lights, and there's a collection of you look left, right. You're going to need to make a stealth check to get away from here undetected.
Everybody?
No, just the two who stayed in the nearby alley.
Oh, great.
Oh, us two.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Where is my character sheet?
Okay. So don't roll or use any luck or push anything yet. All right, Griff, you chair in hand, you start darting away, and you're ducking across a large street. But just as you get across to the other side, someone turns down, and a large light shines in, and you can see that Doc just isn't quick enough. Doc, he dives back, he takes cover behind a couple of barrels as the light continues to pass by. He hasn't made it across the street. He's trapped inside their cordon. And the two of you look at each other frantically from across this long, wide, open street.
All right, can I yeet the technical, yeet the stool over around so it makes a clutter in a different direction? And then he goes, what was that over there? And starts to wander over there, thus making room for Joseph to escape.
Absolutely. Make a throw check for me.
Yeah. What was that over there? Must have been the wind. Sorry, where's my throw?
Some old school game right there.
Oh, 2 points of luck, mate.
Okay. Holding the chair, you fling it, and you're strong. You have like 80 strength, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a beast.
Chair goes spinning through the air, and as these two deputies are walking past, one of them says, "What in time?" They both start sprinting across. You get to your feet, Doc, and you stagger across. The both of you get into this alley and dart away, heading. No one else say anything. Heading.
To the north entrance of town, north side of town.
North side of town. Okay. Are you going?
Oh, unless Doc has another opinion. Hold on.
I was going back to the Victoria to get my shit.
What do you resolve this? Have a conversation. Where are you going to go?
I don't think we got time.
I mean, I got most of my medical equipment on me, but there's things that I could use that are back in the hotel, and I don't think time is something we need to worry about. They know we're here, and they know we're coming. Like, if we go tonight, if we go tomorrow, ain't gonna make a lick of difference.
I'm of a different opinion. I think we gotta strike quickly while they are unprepared. And whatever that shaking it was, feels like that's only gonna get worse. But if you want to go, you should go. I guess I'll come with you.
You've got a vote of confidence from Griff.
I wouldn't say confidence. I would say begrudging acceptance should you want to go back for your goods.
No, I think you make a good point. All right. Sorry, I'm just a little shook. All right, let's move, I suppose. Follow your lead.
Now, where are you headed? First of all, 3 things. First of all, where are you headed?
North side of town.
North side of town. You head towards the north side of town. Second thing, Doc, how are your supplies in your hip flask? Do you have them on you, or are they in your gear back at the Victoria?
I have my medical bag on me, which means I have everything.
Okay, you're all good then. Okay. And finally, as you run, once again, the ground shakes just a little bit.
The stuff I'm missing is like my like the stuff that I was using to research the antidote. I have the antidote on me, but I don't have like my kit, so it's not super important. It's more just like shit I'd rather not leave behind because it's a lot of glassware and metal and those things are expensive.
Totally. Do you have the serpent person discs with you?
Strange. In my bag, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I only have kind of one bag, maybe like.
Yep.
I pretty much carry everything with me because.
Great. Perfect.
Bag.
And you're tearing forward. Now, the 3 of you, darting through the town, you're heading straight towards the sheriff's office. You can see people running and lights sort of flickering on. There's noise in the streets now, and a couple of dogs start barking as the collection of you tear forward. Eventually, you do arrive at the sheriff's office. You can see that there are lights on inside, and there appears to be movement. There's a stable out the back, and you can see a collection of horses all kept there, presumably for the use of the various sheriff's deputies, and maybe even Valentine himself. As the collection of you arrive, first of all, Blanca and Grease, the 2 of you arrive first, both pretty excited. Both of you technically have been bandits before, and then a couple of seconds later, as Mac, you're super fast. You've got amazing dexterity. You pop up, the collection of you, all now outside the sheriff's office. You can see the horses, you can see the lights on inside. What are you doing?
All right, Blanca, what's first?
The horses are outside, sort of next to the building.
Yep. There's a small, it's like a roof and then like a low wall. It's not a fully enclosed stable. You could let yourselves in and take horses. They don't think that anyone would be bold enough to steal from the sheriffs.
All right, so we're gonna get down low, be quiet. We can't spook the horses, otherwise the whole jig is up. So, do you have any sugar on you, boy, or apples?
No.
You know, for the horses. Okay, well, we'll just have to be very quiet.
Yeah.
So I want to approach quickly and quietly.
So I want a stealth check from both of you as you dart across the space and head towards the stables. Mac, you see your companions heading across too. You see your companions heading across. You see Blanca stagger for a second, trip over, get back up, hurry forward. What are you doing?
What you said? Is there activity inside the building?
Yeah, there appears to be someone inside, maybe multiple people. There's light on and there's movement inside.
Well, hell, it worked once. Well, actually, no. I'll wait for some horses to rustle.
Okay.
I hope they get 5 of them all up, and then once the horses bolt, then I'll hope that they come out of the building and I can have a quick look around inside.
All right. So you position yourself carefully, Grease, stacking up against the door. Blanca, as you start to go across, just at the wrong time, you see a side door open. You have to dart back, and a sheriff's deputy walks out to take a piss against the side of the building. You sort of lean back, watching them. You're basically cut off for a while. You can push the roll and try and do a wider arc, or you can wait. You don't know how long they'll be, or you can spend some luck.
54 points.
I don't have enough.
Push it.
Oh, I could
Push it. Push it.
Really funny. I want to kill the. Oh, my stealth isn't super high.
It's not super low, so.
Walk over, cut their throat.
I mean, it's worse than a flip of the coin. So.
That's not very good. Okay.
I'm just giving you facts here. I'm not trying to be helpful.
Well, is Grace like close behind me, or?
No,
Grease has already
I'm in
made it to the
position.
other side. Grease is like.
Oh,
in
you're
the same
already in
boat,
position?
Picking up from the other side.
Okay, all right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna push the roll. But if things go south,
Okay.
I'm gonna
You will be spotted.
signal
The
to
deputy
Griff.
is finished peeing. They're pulling out a cigarette to have a smoke.
I would like to push it. I
Okay,
don't know
push
how.
the roll. All right. Let's see, everybody.
No.
Close.
No.
The door. You think you've
So
made it. You open the door, and as you open the door, it goes clang and clanks against something. Clearly, it's a bit of a dodgy mechanism. And the deputy turns with their cigarette in their mouth, sees you, and goes, "What in the hell?" and kind of takes a few steps back. What the hell are you doing? Get out of there! That's.
I'm gonna run over to the horses. Are they like secured? A horse is secured. I would like to slap the horses such that they bolt from the.
You're just going quickly. You're just like, this is it. I am going to act. So you sprint in, abandoning stealth. Get to one of the horses. You get to the first one. You start to pull them out. Grease, you see this happening. Are you going to start rustling horses too?
I pop up from very close to the man who's just started, and I go, "We're real sorry. They'll be back in the morning." And then I run for the horses as well.
Okay, all right. We got now it's a western, and you grab the horses. The sheriff's deputy yelling at the top of his lungs, "Mac, shoot him."
I'm sorry.
You can take him out here. You can shut him up. Shoot him. You've got a rifle.
Do it. Old G would have done
I'm not shooting.
Old G was a
nobody.
cop.
it. Mac, can I yell, Mac, cover our asses, Mac.
Are you guys getting away? Because I'm still stuck in the shadows, like waiting for my opportunity to get.
The
inside the
shadows
building.
don't matter anymore, Mac.
The Mac cover our asses is getting yelled out, which of course is a fantastic strategy. When committing a crime, make sure to yell the real name.
Yeah. Marshall.
I mean,
Marshall.
I
I think it's the heat of the moment. I think it's wonderful. It's deputy. Now, okay. Griff and Joseph, the two of you are sneaking over, and one of you, whoever puts their hand up first, is going to roll a luck check for me.
Enthusiastic.
All right. If you succeed the luck check, then this deputy is not going to have put on his gun before he came out. If you fail the luck check, he will have his gun on him and he's going to whip it out.
I really hope I had more luck, Griff.
Oh, I don't have a lot. That's why my head was
Okay, cool.
Real slow.
real slow on the draw. Oh, actually, I got a...
Hey,
That works.
that's all right.
Ah, he's fumbling at his side, but he's not armed. Instead, he turns and he sprints back inside the sheriff's office. You're like, "We're being robbed!" And inside you hear like a voice go, "What?" The two of you are trying to get these horses out. I need a ride check or an animal handling check from both of you.
Blanca, now's the time I should have mentioned I ain't real good with horses.
All right.
That's all right. Blanca's amazing.
You've got 3 horses. You get the first one, you slide up onto it, then leading with each hand, you're yelling, and these horses come tearing away, darting outside. Beautifully done. Actually, I'll give you a choice. You get 3 horses, you can get 2 of them and be so far gone that the deputy isn't even going to have a chance to stop you.
There's 5 of us.
5 of us.
We will need at least 3. I'm willing to
Okay.
I'm
All
willing
right.
to
So
roll
you're
these
darting
dice.
out, you stop to grab one more out on the street, and you could have been halfway to Oregon by now, but instead you've done it out and you're tearing along. The deputies are yelling. They're coming forward. How did you go, Grease? Make me that ride or handling check.
Oh,
And because it's got a horse in it, let's go to the calm, the safe background.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sure. Hey, you know what you should do with that, Devo? Push it.
All right, so you run forward and you start
I'll
trying
just
to.
spend
you
your
start trying-
90-something luck.
You're trying to open
No.
You're trying to open the stall door and it's locked. The others didn't appear to be, but this one's actually locked and you can't get it open.
How did you
Push
get this? How did you? She's gone. How? Shit. Oh, hell.
That means there's a really nice horse behind this lock. They needed to lock it up. It's such a nice horse.
Is it like Valentine's horse?
You know what? I think it's probably.
This horse has been deputized. It's got a gun. I'm not pushing that.
Okay, you just dart.
To be real clear.
Okay, so you're turning and you're running.
Yeah, so as Blanca's going away, the 3 horses up. Wait for me.
You can slide up onto one of them. I think you have enough.
Yeah,
You can get on one of the
I'll try and do that.
Can you make a jump check for me just for how dignified you
Oh,
look?
you got it. I suspect little the old jump.
This is to determine whether you land facing forward or backwards.
I found it.
Or hurt
Moosh.
yourself.
Oh,
All right, so you actually managed to get
With
out and land pretty. You're not
grace.
sprung over the back, and the horses are now tearing along, heading outside as the 2 deputies come forward. One of them is still like sort of fumbling with their like clothes, trying to put it on, but the one who their gun belt rather, or the one who ran in just grabbed their pistol, and they're going to tear out and they're going to aim a shot and they're going to fire at Griff. Which one of them?
Aren't they both on the same horse?
No, they're on different horses.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Then it gets to be Griff. No, Grace.
nose goes! Unbelievable!
Okay.
No respect.
The surprise.
The sheriff's deputy whips out their gun, spins it forward. There's a couple of tricks with it. You know, they're a pretty good shot. No, they're not. They're gonna crack off a shot all the same though.
Gagged.
The misses, whizzes overhead, and the 3 of you go tearing away off into the distance. As the 2 of you are heading towards the north side of town, which is the vague direction, it's diagonal. You'll be able to get there without intercepting, but you're close enough to be able to hear gunshots start ringing out from the direction of the sheriff's area.
Can we see the horses moving now or not?
Make a spot hidden check.
All right.
Actually, make a listen check for me. I think it's more likely you hear like a dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun kind of.
Well, you can hear the music, the chase music from around the corner.
No, I don't know they're coming just yet.
Santa Rosita is a big town, and you actually did have to skid pretty close to the Victoria, so there's a bit too much music coming from it. Unfortunately, you do not know.
Can I make a listen check?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
You are sure. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, no,
Oh,
you
dude.
you can hear the sound of hoofbeats. I mean, you don't know that they're safe, but you know that there's movement. It's not just someone's just been iced and shot in the head.
We'd turn to Griff and just be like, Griff,
Yeah.
I'm starting to question my life choices to this point.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us. If they got them horses, we should rustle up and
Oh
meet
yeah,
them.
no, they got them horses. We should probably skedaddle.
All right.
The 2 of you continue forward, heading towards the north of the town, and Mac. Suddenly, there's like a handful of deputies all sprinting around, and the gunshot has drawn a bunch of people. And this is the 3rd one in the night, because I think there technically was a gunshot that went off when you first started the ill-timed, I guess, home invasion.
For lack of a better
Busy
word.
night.
Yeah,
That's all right. They got
people
enough
start to
deputies.
crowd up now. You're crouched behind a couple of barrels. Hat on. What's the go?
As soon as it looks like no one's in the building, I can get a clear break. I'm gonna get to the sheriff's office.
So you're going to stick to the plan. You head straight towards the sheriff's office, and you dart towards it. Now, it's going to be hard. You are sticking around at the crime scene. You are going into a sheriff's office. So for now, I'm just going to ask for a regular stealth check for you to get in there. But I want to flag to you, this is dangerous.
I'm a marshal.
You are a marshal, absolutely.
It'll be fine.
You're going to be fine.
You want a
All
stealth
right.
roll? I'll give you a stealth roll.
You technically outrank them.
I'm assuming you're trying not to be noticed here. If you want to just stroll
Yeah,
on.
no, that is preferable.
Okay.
Yeah, here it goes. That's not how we do it. But...
All right, you start to walk forward, and you can see another deputy is coming out at just the wrong time. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can push this roll. That means as you walk forward, you and hide at the side, but you're gonna visibly dive for cover if you fail. Or flip this round, come up to another approach. Maybe you could possibly just turn away and leave.
Mate, just stroll in there confidently.
I think that's what I'm
Confidence is
gonna do.
key.
Clipboard.
I think I'm gonna make sure-
Intimidate him. Tell him why aren't you out there searching for them?
That's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to make sure my badge is on full display,
Yep.
and I'll just bark at him. You let horse rustlers into your town, you goddamn idiot! Get after them.
Make me an intimidate check, and do so with advantage because of your amazing pole talent.
Oh, that pulp talent?
Oh, this old thing?
That pulp talent. I mean, it's not exactly a pulp talent with a lovely border and all this.
No,
It's still a pulp talent that is going to grant you at least a
that was the
Comedy.
it's the same number. Hey, what's it?
That's all right. It's a fine number to roll. Success, regular success.
All right, so you start just screaming in this bird. Oh God, I'm so sorry, Marshal. Like, darts forward, runs away, and you walk directly into the sheriff's office. You're glancing around. You can see this is actually a nicely organized sheriff's office, much better than the one down in Stillwater. You can see all kinds of cells, and there's an upstairs area where someone can sleep. There's desks. There's paperwork, and there is some equipment lockers over towards the side. You stroll boldly over to them and see that they are locked. This is a good sheriff's office. I will need from you either a spot hidden to find a key, but it is going to be a hard spot hidden, or a locksmith check to just...
My locksmith score is, of course, 1.
Okay.
So I'm
So
just
you've got
going
a
to hope that I
1 in
can
100 chance.
just going to go ahead and
Same.
spot those keys.
Okay.
I spot
Oh,
them.
you spot them
Ah,
straight
you-
away. You're like, they're right there.
Yeah, you think, well, you know, according to code they should be, and you grab and you head forward, crack
You
open.
don't even look. You just reach out and you grab them.
Question, I forget, did Grease get that locked horse open?
No.
Do I have the key with an extreme success for that horse?
Well, I mean, yeah, you do. There's a whole ring of keys. You've got the key to everything now. But right now, there's a whole slew of weapons before you. There are rifles, there are pistols, there's a shotgun, there's some dynamite, there's handcuffs. What gear are you taking?
Anything I need to take down a goddamn lizard mountain laboratory.
Okay.
So I think
first thing
dynamite is the order of the day.
in the opposite direction. But I mean, are you just bringing a bunch of guns? You bringing a bunch of explosives?
I think dynamite is the order of the day. Yeah. Perhaps they confiscated a cannon that was sitting in a farmer's backyard from the Civil War or something.
Look,
I'll give you a luck check.
What, you're gonna drag this
First of all,
cannon along?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I
He's
haven't
done
thought
it
that far yet.
before.
enough that you're like laden with dynamite, but you're still just you laden with dynamite, or are you getting like a crate and you are now carrying? Are you carrying?
No,
Are
I'm-
you bringing a lot of dynamite, or are you bringing a lot of?
I'm gonna have to ride out, so as much as I can ride out with.
Okay,
So you're stuffing your pockets full of dynamite while you're gonna leave this
see,
cannon.
like, there's like a saddle in the corner, they stream, and you fill that whole thing up. It's like you've got a ton of dynamite here, like a lot.
That's
Not
what I came
ton.
here for.
That's a measurement unit of measurement. You've got a lot of dynamite, enough to be concerning. And you stroll out. Are you heading towards the horses, or are you just going to sneak off? Or it's
If
gonna be
there is a nice ass horse behind a lock and key, I would like that horse.
Okay, now the crowd is really big, and there's a couple of deputies all scattered around, and they're counting the horses. And you stroll in with your saddle over your back. They turn towards you. One of them says, "Oh, Marshal, we need you to get out of here. We're investigating. We had some horses stolen."
Yeah, I'm on my way out. Gonna see if I can head him off on the other side of town.
I would like a fast talk from you.
Damn, I'm not good at that.
Pull your gun on him.
Persuade, I'd let you argue, but it will be a hard persuade.
It's alright, remember, we've always got that backup.
What about credit rating for pulling rank?
Yeah, that is specifically because it is your education. You can make a credit rating check.
All
Does
right,
that help?
Let's go credit rating. It does.
Okay, good.
does
Okay.
it? Okay,
I thought you were gonna be like, I
sure.
have 10. Why would you say
Are
that?
you heading
I like how
towards
you're-
and you're heading towards the horses, right?
Yeah.
In which case, if you succeed, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, fine, take that one." Hard success. Valentine's horse is pretty fast.
All right, here we go.
God damn it.
No, sorry, you can't. You can't chase him. Put that saddle back. We're locking down the perimeter. We're looking up. You need to get out of here, Marshal. We're waiting for Valentine to take orders.
You can't tell this badge what to do. Can I push with intimidate?
You absolutely can. Yes.
Then I will.
Well,
Wait for it.
Yeah, hold on. He has
Now that
on his
looks.
side.
Oh, it worked! It actually worked!
77.
Are you
Don't
kidding me?
tell this badge what to do. And you lean forward, you start laying into this poor deputy, and they back up there. Oh, okay. You tear forward. Now, are you going for Valentine? Yeah, I don't think you get Valentine.
I feel like I didn't get Valentine's horse.
No,
No,
head
I don't think you
forward,
did either.
Open up, and you start getting on one. And a couple of people, yeah, as you tear out on this horse, you begin galloping off, and you can see a larger group with what you assume is Valentine at the head, heading forward. But before anything can happen, you are galloping off. You are heading north, where the collection of you rendezvous, load up on these horses, and sneak out of town, just as the lockdown of the area gets really, really severe, and once again, the earth begins to shake.
Yeah.
Deep inside Shadow Mountain, the Chosen of Yig is waiting. Let's go on a break. We're going to be back in 10 minutes, and we got some fun stuff coming. Shadows Over Stillwater is pretty cool. See you all soon. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us again in Shadows Over Stillwater. Where did we leave off? Oh yeah, everybody was tearing out of town atop the back of stolen horses on their way to Shadow Mountain to kill the serpent people before the law could track them down. What a hell of a soundbite, isn't it? What an intro. All right, let's get back to it. So, jumping back a little bit, you all reconvene at the edge of the town. Getting out is a lot easier than getting in. You could sneak in relatively easily through the sides too if you didn't want to go along any of the main roads. So I'm not too worried about your path out. But Griff and Mac, where's Griff and
Doc.
I've had a complete brain fart because I just realized that my positioning for my Zoom call was off, and I went, oh my god, Griff and Doc. The two of you are good. Where are you? Once you arrive and you see the others tear in, what do you say? What's the reaction upon seeing these stolen horses come sprinting in?
That's good work.
All right, so it's celebratory. You don't mind. Everybody hops onto these horses and you continue out trying to escape desperately. You can hear the sounds of the town going into full alert behind you, and you tear off as quickly as you can out towards Shadow Mountain, or where you presume Shadow Mountain is, because you don't actually know. So, first of all, can I get somebody who is leading the pack to make a ride check?
I can do that. I can do a ride check.
Okay, you can go ahead.
My ride isn't like super amazing.
Mine's pretty good from memory.
How many? We only have 3 horses though.
We have
Yes,
4.
so
Mac
two of you
got
gonna
one
go
as well,
along.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
so
it's
yeah,
It's 4.
We're
Alright, so
3
s-
between 4, so someone's got to share. I'm happy to make it. Do you want me to make it?
Yeah, you do it. Who's
I'll
sharing?
do this.
I'll share with someone. All right, maybe Mac and.
Reese is the smallest.
I'm gonna lock that down.
God
to a
damn it!
success.
Okay, cool.
But I was
feel
involved
like-
in the getting them. Feels like I should
feel
have
like
known.
I feel like Grace, you would be on my I would have grabbed you with my
Yeah.
extreme success with my horse.
Yeah. Your horse is strong though. It's a nice horse. It's big. You can see the saddle is named. It has Tillers written on it, who just subscribed again. Thank you very much, Tiller. And you step forward on the horses.
We stole your horse.
You're welcome.
Thanks for subscribing. We chose to steal your horse. So
Okay, as you tear further out of the town,
borrow your horse.
borrow. It'll be
Just had to.
As you're emerging, you're managing to ride pretty quickly because at the front, Griff is this way. Yeah, feel right, feel left. You're trying to weave through and head into the mountains proper. You're not really sure what you're looking for. You did note that there was some sort of strange movement in the mountains, similar to what you saw around the mountains in Stillwater, the Knife Cut Mesa. But you're not exactly sure where you're going. So I'm going to need a navigate check from somebody.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the
think that's
person who
me.
normally. Oh, are you with us now?
Yes,
We all
Matt,
meet
We're all
up.
here. We're all
Oh,
here.
we met up. Okay. Oh, okay. I panicked for a second because I was like, I thought the person who normally does our navigation
Not
wasn't here, and we were gonna
Meet
be
you
like,
there.
Mac, I've never been happier to see you. Where are we? Where are we going?
I'm gonna tell you exactly where we're going.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you pretty much where we're going, and that'll be good enough for you.
You know, here's the weird thing. Shadow Mountain is not some esoteric name the serpent people give their lair. Shadow Mountain is a mountain in between Santa Rosita and Stillwater that catches the shadow from another mountain. So it's called Shadow Mountain because it's almost always in shadow.
Makes sense.
It's a real place, and as you start to sort of go towards it, you remember you studied a map or two, and you don't remember the location, but as you're going out, you sort of see the shapes. You know, there's no lights, obviously this late, but you know the approximate destination that you're heading for, and you ride all through the night. It is a couple of hours to get there, and when the sun starts to rise, you can see shadows casting down, and they all seem to fall on this same mountain, this large structure that you could weave up to relatively easy. It doesn't look defended. You could ride straight up there. There's some plant life around on it. It's nicer. It's a little more green than Knife's Cut Mesa was. While you've been riding, the ground's been shaking a bit more, continuing to throw you to one side and the other. And I'd like everybody to make a constitution check. And when you tell me your result, describe what your character is sort of doing, what they look like, what aura they're giving off as you approach. All right, Grease, an extreme success. What does Grease look like at the back of the horse?
Y'all heard of cucumbers? Cool.
As a cucumber. So you're having a great time. Blanca, you seem agitated. Have you...
I'm not. It's not a super huge fail, so I'm not like. I'm tired and I'm kind of grumpy, and I'm not really in the mood. I'm like that kind of like fatigue you get when you're like hyper focused on something. I came here for one purpose, and that's to find my rival and to end my business with them. And I'm not really interested in anything else right now.
Okay, fair enough. So this is just getting in your way. I can understand that. That makes sense. Dr. Joseph.
I'm all right. Thanks for asking.
Doing okay? All right. Holding together, at the very least. Griff.
I'm grizzled determination.
Yep. The same kind of grizzled determination that Dr. Joseph is showing, except you're not sipping from a flask constantly. Joseph has his nerves together.
You and me, Mac, have this old like we've been through shit. We've been through so much shit. You can throw it at us again and again, and we're just gonna brush it off.
So speaking,
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, hooray!
You're doing
Same
fine?
shit as always.
Okay, so the collection of you eventually arrive at the base of the mountain. The heat is blaring down on you. It's just glaring, and the horses are beginning to get thirsty, and the collection of you are tired. Those of you who failed, they didn't get any sleep. This is exhausting. But up ahead of you is the mountain, the destination, and based on what you can feel around you, the source of the seismic disturbances, what would you like to do? There's a mountain. That's about it. You could climb it. It's pretty high.
Am I to believe that?
Where the sun's in your eye. Yeah.
Am I to believe that because we rode through the night, we're not going to get any natural healing?
Oh, I am afraid that is the case. Yes.
Outrageous. I am outraged.
No.
I know your pulp talent will not apply here, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Chance to ping it.
All right. Well, last time they were sequestered away in a cavern. So we looking for caves or?
Spot a cavern in there?
Oh, it's dark as hell. I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah, my eyes ain't what they used
We
to
can just
be.
start clambering and see what we see.
It's more that it's a pretty big surface. You could start going around the outside of the mountain and looking for entryways. It would be a track check, probably, or actually survival check. I'd allow, too.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah. All right. Let me have
All right,
let me have
Mountain
a go. Let me
Man.
have a scout of it. Oh, I could wait. Did you say track?
Track or survival. Track to sort of like look for
Look
natural
for tracks.
Yeah.
I forgot I could have been tracking a lot more than I have. I'm really good at tracking.
Don't even.
Okay, so you are just looking at the lie of the land, the way this is, and you're like, well, if you wanted to get some kind of sheltered area, you'd want to put it over there, maybe. And you start thinking almost immediately, you can figure out the way into this mountain. So first of all,
That was a bang-on impression. Did anyone else?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's very good.
thank you very much.
I'm a little like don't.
Daniel, we don't need you
I
anymore.
still
You
my
can
job
step
here.
aside, mate.
That's all right. I'll just go.
Probably off towards the side, deep in the shadow of the mountain, you can actually see that it looks like the area is being trodden a bit more. There are some broken sticks around, disturbances. You think if you headed there, you could find a way inside the mountain, similar to the hidden path that you found that led you into the other serpent person base. You'd probably walk straight into the center, but with extreme success, and just because it's you, Griff, and you are a survivalist, you remember for a moment a minor detail, the odd shimmer that you saw at the top of the sort of range of mountains down in Nice Cut Mesa. It was very bright, like it was shining directly at you. Now, the collection of you defeated the serpent people without really finding out what that was, but just think if that makes you look up, and as you glance at the top of the mountain, you realize that ain't no mountain. It's a volcano.
Ooh.
What?
Means that the top will be, I mean, they can be plugged, but there should be a way in.
Yeah, also lava.
Yeah, folks. If we want to go in a way in which they are not expecting us, that is an option.
You point to the top of the mountain here.
Well, I agree. No sense in letting them pick us off through the
I
front
point
door.
I point out to the other entrance.
Yeah, Mac's right. That they're gonna expect us to go through the front door.
I think we take the high road.
In this case, it's the high road.
That's not more dangerous in any way, or?
Well, mountain climbing is notoriously safe. No one is ever injured. But
Technically, it's
no.
volcano climbing, so it's worse.
Yeah, I think
You are
you're-
correct. Yeah. Look, it's going to be tough. This is, it's not some kind of crazy difficult thing. It's not even going to be a several-day journey. But, look, we've all seen Free Solo. You're going to be doing a lot of climbing here. This is going to be climb tests. You don't want to fall. It's going to be a little bit dangerous. Do any of you have climbing equipment?
Oh no! Almost like
No.
I think we did not prepare for this. Like we didn't have.
Mac, did you grab climbing equipment? What's in them saddles? You got tons of stuff. You must have gotten rope.
Well, not rope. No, I got very small
Canteens.
amounts of rope. Very small amounts of rope in very thin quantities.
All right. Well, that sounds useful. Yep. Well, we'll string that
It
together.
disappears slowly over a set amount of time.
Yeah.
It's less helpful.
Well, no, it's just TNT.
What?
Try not to tally out.
What?
Don't beat me to it. I was quietly trying to Google
Googling it.
exactly what the full name was.
You got it right. You got it exactly right, but it's something like
Trinitrotoluene. No.
Joseph,
How do you
Joseph's
pronounce
pretty good, I
that?
think.
Marshall, how do you pronounce that?
PNT.
Oh, the fool.
I
I am suddenly interested in science. A character with 35 intelligence.
Oh, it had to happen eventually.
Figured all we really need was the tools to take down whatever it is they're doing up there.
All right. Well, I'm good to
Seemed like the
climb
tool
it.
for the job.
I feel confident.
Now that
I feel
now that
limber.
I've assessed the situation and we do not have climbing equipment or anything required,
Trinitrotoluene. Okay, cool.
I don't think we could take the high. I don't think we could go through the top.
now, if you're just wanting to send up one person, you could do some kind of scouting mission, maybe. If I recall, Grease, you're not a bad climber.
I'm a great climber. And I got 2 big old pockets for dynamite. Normally, I keep my hands in them.
I'm halfway decent, but I don't know how much we want to split up here.
It's about an hour's climb.
Someone can get up there and
Sorry, an hour to get up. The speed that you get down is variable depending on the route.
How much damage you want to take?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Here's my thinking, and I'm just thinking out loud here. So shout me down if it sounds ridiculous. But what if Grease and we go up and over through there with a little bit of a TNT, and we blow something up that causes a distraction and chaos in the middle. And then you 3 take that advantage and move in through the main entrance.
Wait a second. If we just want this mountain gone, dumping a hell of a lot of trinitrotoluene into the top of the volcano would probably do the trick, no?
Yeah, but we want to get it where they're doing most of the work. You know,
Yeah,
they
if you
only.
erupt the volcano, I think it's gonna take itself out.
Also, Doc, I
Um,
mean, last time you found some interesting books or whatever. I mean, if we have a chance to snoop around. Also, last time they had a whole host of, human folk, kids and such, tied up.
It's a good point.
Wouldn't want to risk them
No.
dying.
We know they at least know what one of them looks like. Ms. Maria.
I reckon.
She's in there as well.
I reckon Griff's got a good plan. We'll scramble up and dump it as y'all head to the entrance, and then once we've dropped it, we'll hurry back on down and rejoin you.
I don't know if that's going to do much to distract them. That's their main entrance. They're going to have that heavily guarded.
If Sandy
Right.
Claus
Other
clambered up
side.
and dropped TNT down your chimney, I reckon you'd wake up and go and see what he was doing.
Ho ho ho.
To a point.
And I want to be Rudolph.
I would check.
Yeah.
I think the boy might have an idea, Marshall.
I don't like it. I think there's going to be too many of them. If that one back in town is to be believed.
Marshall, I think there's gonna be too many of them one way or the other. They know we're coming. Y'all seem to think that we're like sneaking in on them or something. They know we are here. Do you really think your poisoning was done through chance? They have known we've been here for at least 2 days. They're very aware that we are at their front door, so I kind of agree with the boy. Grease, I think you got an idea. You make a mighty loud bang, they're gonna come looking, and there's less of them to worry about at the front door.
We'll rejoin you as quick as we can. We'll go in as a group.
Something to consider. Just let me paint you a picture a little here. You don't have climbing equipment, and it is a tough climb, but look, you've got some rope. That's basic. You have enough to try. You could try and get everybody up. Maybe somebody will take a fall, but if you get up over the top, well, that could make things a lot easier. You wouldn't have to assault the front door at all. Don't think that it's impossible.
Yeah. You three are the ones who ain't that good at climbing or don't have much experience with it. You three are the ones who should decide.
Why don't you start heading up and see if you can spot an easier way up? And if you do, you come back down and tell us. And if you don't, well, you make that note, and we'll move in.
All
right.
right. If you hear a loud explosion, that is the signal for you to go in.
And we'll yell a
That's
code
what I was
word as well.
implying. That
The
is
code
what
word
I was
is
implying.
kaboom.
I'm glad we spelled that out. We wouldn't want any miscommunication.
Historically, we have had a problem with communication. All right. Let's go.
Now you head over to the edge of the town. The edge of the mountain, and the two of you
dynamite
take
the
one look
town.
at each other after grabbing a bunch of dynamite. I'm assuming. Okay, and you start to make your way off. Now, your silent partner, Griff, who tends to follow you around everywhere, Dog, just sort of appears just because you're going somewhere that they can't follow, and goes and sits down grudgingly next to Mac, Blanca, and Joseph.
Stay. Good dog.
I thought
Do you have any dog treats we could give it?
No. It likes a little fatty bits of meat though. If you
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, I don't have any meat on me.
It'll be fine. He's a good boy.
Hold
He
that.
ain't going anywhere.
Two of you start to climb, while the rest of you three sit down the bottom. And for two of you, it's war preparation. You're checking over your guns, you're putting ammo into your bandoliers, you're getting ready. I guess it's probably a similar thing for you, Doc, except it's scalpels ready. I know people are going to get shot. Or is Doc doing something else?
I think no, he's gonna go through and make sure his supplies are in order. He's got everything he needs. He knows he can get everything on hand. He probably sticks an extra reloads his weapon, fills the bullet hole that was left.
Yep.
No sense in having two empty chambers, only one. And probably has a look down at those like tablet things and is just like, and then goes back to checking over his stuff.
Fair enough. So, the two of you start to climb. At first, it's just a walk. Nice, heading basically uphill. Then it starts to get a little stumbly. You're pulling yourself up, vague little bits. Then all of a sudden, quite out of nowhere, just suddenly in a position where, oh no, if I put 1 foot wrong here, I'm going to fall. And I'm going to fall far. And then you're scrambling on your hands and knees and you're crawling and eventually you're edging along ledges. You're pinning yourself with your legs, trying to make sure you don't fall. It is tough. I need a climb check from both of you. And as you make it, so before you make it quickly, can you both tell me the coolest, climb thing that you do as you go? Do you swing out overhanging and pull yourself over something? Do you almost fall and catch each other? Give me one cool move that you're pulling as you go.
I think we climb in very different ways. I think Grease gets to do some cool monkey stuff where he's like crawl doing an overhang and flipping up. Whereas I'm like a brute force climber. I'm like I got long arms and lots of muscle, so I reach up and just pull myself up. And there's one point in which I've got both my entire body is hanging off, and I'm just walking up with my hands like a.
Perfect. Excellent. Grease, what about you?
Yeah, I'm scrambling along behind Griff, oblivious to the danger. I keep on trying to skirt around him so I can keep having a conversation as I'm loudly nattering about how... Remember how you and I did the climb break-in last session and we were the best part of it? 2 for 2, baby! I keep on chasing up after him.
Fantastic. You're climbing along, cheering. Grease is excited. Grease likes this. And Griff is, I'm stuck with the kid. And
Woo! Alright, let's see if we fall. Not great.
All right, look, with that failure, but I'm seeing that extreme success from Griff, and we already know
That's a
that
track.
Griff
It's a track.
That was my previous check. Let's hold your.
Thank
hold
you.
on. Sorry, I should have been ready.
Whoa!
Okay.
B team.
We got stuck.
Well,
this is on to plan 1.
Kaboom! Help!
You get about halfway up when all of a sudden you can see that the path gets particularly difficult. And you're relatively confident you can do it, so you start and you begin to climb. But as you were doing so, everything starts to shake violently. Another earthquake. And, standing on your feet, maybe you're not going to get thrown, but when everything's shaking, rocks are falling down all around you, and everything is now loose and tumbling right near the seismic center of these earthquakes. This is tough. You need to push this. You need to luck this. You need to give me a solution, or you're going to fall.
Oh no.
Oh, we're gonna fall. We can't just back down from this.
I'm sorry, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think I can't. That's a lot of luck. But if we push it, we can't luck it.
It's not a lethal fall. At this stage, you'll tumble back down to one of the ledges. You're not going to fall all the way to the bottom. In fact, as you're going, you're sort of thinking to yourself, I could just drop now. I could drop and aim for that and it'll hurt. And, worst case scenario, I'm going to break something. But if I keep trying to swing myself, I could go tumbling head first down, miss the ledge, and then...
So it's accept the failure and take a bit of a bump. Push it, potentially succeed, or take a big old bump.
That's a pretty good
I am hella drawn to pushing it.
Push? What's that? It's on the wind.
Share a look and
It's on the wind.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
if one of us here's the thing. If one of us makes it to the top, the plan can kind of succeed.
Yeah,
you don't
then
need both of us.
Whoever makes it to the top pays the hospital bill for the other. Let's go.
All right, before you roll, down at the bottom, the collection of you can see the figures. And, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. And then everything starts shaking. And you can see them still going around. You can hardly watch these two figures silhouetted. The only bit of light that lands on the mountain is spotlighted right on them. Both of you push this roll for me, please.
Bye, Griff.
All right. Okay. So as you are going up, Grease, you can do it. You can make it. You're heading to the top. You get up to this large ledge at the very top of the mountain. You can see now. You just have to crest a small hill and you'll be staring in. And as you're going, you pull yourself over and the area that Griff is holding onto, just using his strength, he doesn't fail, but the wall does. It just gives way. He's holding dirt. He's holding it with an iron grip, but it is gone. You see him start to fall. Okay, I'm going to give you an option here. You can yell in panic and hold out a hand and have a classic movie scene of, oh no, he's fallen. Or you can try and stop him. He's right at the top. It's going to be a pretty bad fall.
Can I make
not
this
a push
worse?
roll, so you can use some luck. What did you say? I'm so sorry, I cut you off.
Can I make this worse?
How do you want to make it worse?
Dynamite is not very
Stable.
and it like moderate shock will set it off.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I
Why?
kind of
So
looked
you
that
think
up.
you're
but,
helping?
like, I'm pretty sure dynamite. There were some bad things that happened when fighting.
All right.
And
all right.
This is helping. What do you mean? This is helping.
That
I
is
wouldn't call that helping.
fucking awesome. Y'all want to see a firework? I'm going to attempt to. I'm gonna attempt to catch him. Also, because I think I get to the top and I turn around. I'm like, Griff, we did it! And then I see the thing crumble. I scramble to my knees, tearing like my pants, and throwing myself as far as I can, skidding to try and reach out a hand and catch him before he falls.
You know those dreams? Oh, sorry, I totally interrupted.
Now you go ahead, mate.
If you know those dreams where you're falling and they feel really, really bad, this one starts and doesn't stop. What is the reaction what's the one word that goes through Griff's head when everything fails?
Fuck.
I gotta guess.
You dive forward. I think a strength check.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What?
What did you think it would be? What did you think it would be? No, it's gonna be
Sleight of hand.
It's gonna be sleight of hand. Yeah, you
I was about to
sneakily pull me
say.
up. Of course, it's gonna be a
Hard
straight
sleight of
check.
hand.
You
You
said
literally
squeak.
just speed. You bang. You get the hand there.
If this had happened the other way around, it would have been fine. But because of me, this giant man hanging
I'll do strength. I'll do strength. I think strength makes sense. Strength is my lowest trait by a lot.
What can we get a number on that?
Well, you're gonna when I roll it.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Oh jeez.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Well,
You can have
well
7.
laughable.
You can have 7.
Oh.
This wasn't part of the pushed roll?
No,
this
he
was-
clarified
Alright,
it
then.
was a
I
follow-up.
stated that explicitly. You dive forward. All that happens is that you manage to push Griff a little bit closer to the edge, and you fall. But Griff's being pushed closer to the edge. You actually just like fall 3 feet and land on a smaller ledge. That was you're like, oh, okay, get back over, and the two of you are safe. You're at the top. You can see ahead of you the rim of the volcano. Down at the bottom, the collection of you have been waiting. You've seen them make it. You're waiting for a little bit. They're going to do some stuff, presumably. And everything starts to shake again. You're holding on. You're making sure you don't fall. You're still waiting, anxious. And you see a collection of shadows start to head rather quickly along the curve of the mountain towards you. A whole collection. Horses, lots of them.
From which direction, sorry?
Heading from the direction of Stillwater.
Stillwater or
Wait.
Rosita?
Stillwater.
So
Shit.
hang on.
Stillwater?
There's people are coming from. So Rosita's behind us. We're at the mountain, and there's people coming from Stillwater.
Yep.
Fuck.
Direction of
horseback?
Stillwater. They're not coming along the road. Yeah, some of them are on horseback, some of them are walking.
How many are there approximately?
10, 30, 50, 100.
Have they
What?
spotted us?
Hang on a
They
second.
appear to be traveling in. As they get a little closer, you realize that this is Taza's band.
Yeah.
This is the
Oh.
Chiricahua Apache. And your tension sort of relaxes. They appear to have spotted you because they have scouts and they don't really mind. So they appear to be walking straight past you. A lot of them ignore you, but as you're going, Taza himself is going to step forward, look towards the collection of you and nod and say, well, it's good to meet you all again.
Oh, can't say you found us in the best of spots here. We found some more lizard folk. They hold up in this mountain next. We were just about to take a look inside and see if we can show them what for.
Oh, well, that's not a mountain. That's a volcano.
Is a what?
It's a volcano. And that's shaking. That means it's going to erupt soon. I wouldn't stick around here if I were you.
What's a volcano doing all the way out here in the What do you mean it's a volcano?
There are volcanoes all through these parts. Usually they're dormant, but this one's shaking. It's probably going to wake up. Listen, we're moving away from it because we don't want to be nearby. Don't worry, it probably won't be too bad. But we have something of yours, and to your immense surprise, a collection of horses are going to be brought.
Are you
forward.
kidding
The
me?
horses that you lost in Stillwater.
Yay!
And
We
with
don't
your
need-
collective that I got you to roll way
Now I got
back
like
at the start.
4 extra
You
horses.
now have a ton of horses.
Cool.
Plaza has them led forward and says they bolted when the when they were chased by the dead. So I assume, and we found them wandering the mesa by themselves. Took them, figured, we could use them. We can give them back to you, but they've cost us some supplies, and well, maybe you can give us something for them back.
Well, as it happens, 2 of them belong to the sheriff's office in Stillwater.
Oh,
Possibly.
well, we're not going that way. We're not going to return them.
No, that's fine.
Are
I
you
think you're
going-
entitled to them as long as we don't owe you nothing for them.
Oh, you mean we can? Sure,
Yeah, you keep them.
We'll return these that belong to you, and we'll take those 2. We get along with them well, fine anyway.
Listen, I think we better know. Do you have any idea when exactly this mountain's going to blow?
Well, the frequency of the eruptions is the biggest indicator. As they get more and more frequent, more and more violent, then it'll erupt.
Well, the thing is, we think this mountain here is probably in a similar situation to the other one we cleaned out, and we have good reason to believe there are some people captive inside. So, as much as you reckon we should stay clear, I think that puts a time limit. I think we've got to get in there and rescue those people before it blows.
Well, look, that sounds like a noble venture. I'm not going to risk any of my people or myself in any support of you, but I wish you all the best, and maybe your horses can bring you some kind of if you won't be needing them, we could hang on to them for you. You could come find us after the suicide mission.
Yeah, we don't need them anytime soon. We just need these ones to get away. Tell you what, if we can take one, so we got one apiece, that's going to help us get away in case things turn south.
Tarzan nods a few times, seems relatively happy to chat with you. Is there anything else you want to ask in particular? Just quickly though, as you are, as Tarzan is saying, I'm not going to risk myself. You do see heading from the back, Decaya and his son, the 2 other Chiricahua Apache, moving forward, and they're going to greet you as well. And Decaya will say quietly, if you saved me, if you have need of my help, I'll come with you.
Are there any more of their people? Are any more of your people missing? Potentially in this, everyone's accounted for.
Good call.
Tarzan nods and says, "All of us, we're safe. We've been traveling for a time, and we're taking care. Everyone's here."
Well, I think we'd be fools to turn our noses up at another pair of hands. As it happens, I think we're going to need every ounce of firepower we can get.
So Decaya nods, and he agrees to come. His son won't, and he doesn't want his son to come. But he will say that he will very happily stay and repay the favor that he owes you.
All right.
You continue your conversation for a few more minutes, and then the band continues moving on away. Decaya remains with you. They have a horse. They have a rifle. They seem relatively competent, and they seem happy to have the opportunity to repay the debt.
Much obliged, partner. Maybe we didn't make it clear. There's a good chance we're not all getting out of here in one piece.
I didn't expect that my son would get out at all. Every minute I've had here has been a victory, and if there's any chance that I can give that same gift to others, then, well, that's fine by me.
All right, here's the plan. We're gonna wait here, and while our compadres are up the mountain, they're either looking for another way in, or they're gonna cause a distraction and let us slip in the front door while hopefully their attention's diverted.
If I can give you one suggestion, you remember the other Serpent Person Mountain? It had other tunnels that were built, other larger networks that extended out.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain they'd be the same here. If we spend some time searching, maybe further away, we could possibly find another entrance.
Well, all right. I just don't like straying too far in case our friends decide it's go time.
Okay, well, maybe we can come to a decision. Now, because it may play in, first of all, Blanca and Joseph, do you have any other questions you want to ask the Chiricahua Apache and Taza or anyone like that? Nope.
No.
Okay, in which case they bid you farewell, they wave, there's a couple of kids amongst them.
Actually, I probably would ask.
Yep.
Just given that they're there, I'll be like, this is probably an odd question, but you ain't seen like an old grizzled-looking fella carries a bag kind of similar to mine around the area? I'm looking for someone.
They shake their heads and say, "Can't say so. Not many people around these parts. Been pretty empty. But I hope you find who you're looking for. And if we see someone like that, should we say that you're looking for them?"
Yeah, that'd be mighty kind.
No, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
They continue on. Now, so Decay and you are down there, but up at the top, having just been saved, you're not going to die this time, Griff or Grease, both of
So
you.
close.
Head over. Now, there's this like slight hill, and then you can get to the top of this enormous volcano.
Look back down. The fuck are they doing down there?
Yeah, you
Are
can
they
see there's like
bartering? Where'd they get horses?
I like you don't have binoculars.
Let's do
you're just
this.
literally just doing that.
I can't see a damn thing. It's dark. All right.
All right.
You look around for. Sorry, I'm taking command. I'm second behind Mac, so he's not here. I am in charge. Griff, you take a look around. I reckon, see if you can find an entrance or something. I'll get right up to the top and have a look over the edge. I can be pretty quiet, and I'll start planting our dynamite.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, your paths actually converge pretty quickly. 'Cause
Oh,
when
okay.
you head
That's
over
awkward.
the edge, sorry. It's a see you later, and then you both walk in.
Oh, hey, yeah. All right, let's just walk.
You go and look for a path, and you can almost immediately see one. There's a pretty well-trodden path that heads down into the mountain itself. And when you look over the lip, there is a roof to this thing. It's a mountain that has a plug at the top, but it's very thin and crumbly. And you can see a pathway that leads in. You start to wander down, actually getting deep enough that there is a roof over the collection of you now, as you are heading in deeper and deeper into the mountain. And then eventually, you suddenly come through. And you were standing at a small rim of stone, kind of like, think of it as like a natural balcony or a natural observation platform, looking down into the center of an enormous volcano, hollowed out. Now, what are you expecting to see? I think it's interesting to hear.
I don't like a weird religious gathering of snake people worshiping a volcano god.
Grace?
I don't know. I mean, they had some weird, made stuff last time. I think I'm comfortable saying I'm out of my depth. Probably something I don't understand would be my guess.
Ooh,
And
that is the
expectation.
truth.
This is Call of Cthulhu, so you'll see something sinister and something very strange, something you definitely don't understand. The entire hollowed out center of this mountain, an enormous space, massive, like the inside of a cathedral, is completely filled to the brim with balloons.
What?
Balloons. Bright green balloons filled with some cloying, choking gas. Now, these balloons have all been gathered together inside large nets to keep them from straying and are surrounded by a very finely built but very rickety ramshackle. It's kind of like when you realize all the stuff in space is built out of paper, but just a very kind of delicate structure, basically scaffolding to gather up together all these balloons filled with gas. The scaffolding itself is held up with what look like large helium balloons at the top of this volcano, and this entire place is completely filled to the brim with all of these large balloons. Now, there's a staircase that leads down through them. It's like a staircase descending into a jungle. These, things around obscuring the view of almost anything. You can see that the staircase appears to head all the way down to the bottom, and there appear to be passages leading deeper into the mountain. But there's no guards here, and all you can see is this enormous structure and this enormous collection of gas-filled balloons. I'm going to leave it up to you if you think this provokes a sanity roll.
Yeah, I reckon it does. What the fuck?
Weird.
Sanity? Yeah, absolutely. Here, there you go. You can have that. Okay, we're
All right,
alright. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
It's just balloons. It's just
Alright.
balloons. It's
I mean,
fine.
I ain't ever seen that many, and
Filled with a strange gas.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can't be. There must be tens of thousands of them. You get the largest building you can think of. You stack it full to the brim with balloons, and you have a faint little staircase that leads down through the center of it, built of rickety wood, heading down to a series of tunnels.
Grace.
Yeah.
I strongly suspect that
Everything
we do
shakes
not want
for a couple of
we-
seconds, and you have to interrupt your conversation. As you shake, you can feel the mountain kind of pulsing beneath you, but then it stops. Please continue.
I strongly suspect we do not want to pop those balloons. They will be filled with that like mind-altering gas that makes you all cuckoo.
But if there's a whole lot of them down there, maybe it'll affect them.
Oh, that is
I
an
probably
interesting
won't. I mean, I
hypothesis.
reckon they ain't dumb enough to do that. So, what do you reckon? No exploding? Head back down? Tell them we found another way in?
I mean, do you reckon they can get up that mountainside?
No.
Then I reckon there ain't gonna be much use to telling them this is another way in.
I reckon we might want to stick to the plan then.
I reckon we stick to the plan, and if we can, meet them as they come in.
What's the range on that rifle of yours?
Pretty fucking far.
Why don't we chuck one of
It
these?
says it on the side.
So it does. Why don't we chuck one of these sticks down there, clear a bit of the, foliage out of the way, and then you see if there's something you can take a pot shot at. We'll buy some time, and then as quick as we can just scramble back down, meet them on the way.
Oh, I thought we would go down into the place and meet them that way. Like, we go this way, they go that way, we meet them like there.
That would seem very stupid. And it's just my rate on it. That looks rickety as hell. And if we're throwing dynamite, I guess we don't throw dynamite.
It's delicate. It's not rickety. It looks like for the purpose of walking down, it would be stable.
Okay,
I think we sneak down there. We're both pretty sneaky. And
You're
we
right.
place dynamites in strategic locations, on timers, on fuses.
Well, all right, I'm with you. I mean, I don't know what these shaking shit on this mountain is, but I'm doubtful it is positive. All right, how are we gonna get a message to them to let them know to go in?
The explosions.
But we're gonna go in preemptively.
Right, aren't we?
Why don't we set off one explosion now? Let them know we're on our way in, and then they can start heading up.
Okay, yeah, all right.
It just, I mean, in hindsight, Mac may have been right. Because we are splitting up a hell of a lot now, and if this don't go where they're going, one of us is getting screwed.
All right, then in that case, do you want to just chuck a bunch of dynamite down there and go meet, and then head down the mountain?
Because then we might damage some. I mean, I don't know what to do. I haven't had this much responsibility or dynamite before, let alone the two of them at once. This is, I should not be here. I need an adult, and you are not picking up the pieces. You are not being that man.
I ain't had to be an adult for a long time.
God damn it, Mac, Joseph, or Blanca would have been better at it.
Why is it us?
I grab Griff by things. I'm like, we are children.
Away. There. And all the two of you desperately trying to figure out what to do. I'm going to jump back to you three. You're still staring at the lip of the volcano, and there's been no movement. You still waiting?
Well, it's sure taking their time.
I wonder what they found up there.
Marshall, do you think it's worthwhile trying to find another way in while we're waiting? Like, it's not a great explosion. We're gonna hear it one way or the other. It can't hurt for us to be useful while we wait.
Well, all
Chaos
right, no.
says that he can go and search if you'd like, just to try and find another doorway in.
All right, as long as we don't stray too far, we can get back here relatively quickly. Let's saddle up and take a wander.
The best case scenario, by the time we hear a bang, we found a better way in. Worst case scenario, we don't, we leg it back. Like, we're a little bit behind, but one way or the other. At least we'll know.
All right, let's settle up.
Okay.
I agree.
So the collection of you are settling up and getting ready to head out. And before you start riding off, You're set up near the entry to the tunnel itself, and you can see it sort of in the distance, the way into the depths of the serpent person lair, and a figure starts coming out of it. Just walking out.
What kind of figure we talking?
It's the figure of a person. You want to get a little closer?
What kind of person we talking? Yeah.
Get a little closer, and you're all on your horses, I presume, at this point.
Mac, don't you have a sight on your rifle?
Oh, do I? Probably.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, check. Yeah, you flick up the sight. It is Maria Romero.
Well, shoot.
She's just walking out.
Yep.
It's our friend. Well,
Do we all say this?
Yep, you can see Maria Romero, and she can see you. She's got her hands raised. She's kind of waving.
I don't like it.
I grabbed my gun.
Yep.
Just as likely it's another
preparing
serpent.
it. I'm just gonna prepare it.
She keeps walking forward with her hands raised and gets close. Decaya sort of takes a backwards position and stops. Doc, what are you doing?
I'm behind with Takeo.
Okay.
Keeping
You're right at the front, Blanca, like angrily sort of holding yourself back from violence, I presume?
Yes, but also not entirely sure if this is another serpent person or not.
And Mac, you're standing there ready to parlay?
All right, well, let's circle up, make sure she's restrained, and then, Doctor, if you'd be so kind, tell her what color her blood is.
All right. You start walking forward, and all of that might not be necessary, because when Maria Romero gets close, she says, "I have come to parley, meat.
All right, mystery solved.
Taken the form of one of yours that we might better speak."
Where is the real this woman? Where have you put her?
The donor is in the depths,
She's here.
beneath the mountain. She has been a subject of our experimentation, donated by a benefactor.
Who is your benefactor?
One of your kind, one who understands our superiority.
Valentine?
I do not know this name.
All right, well, you came here to parlay. What exactly is it you want to parlay about?
I come to ask for the release of our workers, of our scientists, of our kind.
A release? Where are they?
We are inside the mountain and we are not properly defended.
Well, ain't that a pretty kettle of fish? And what exactly is it that you're offering?
We offer time for your kind to evacuate before we unleash the weapon.
Doesn't exactly seem that tempting, unless you tell us a little more about this weapon.
The weapon, the great work. And the snake person gestures towards the volcano.
You built a mountain?
Yes, a mountain. Upstairs, inside the mountain. Upstairs, up mountain. The collection of you are there. You are children. You have pockets full of dynamite. What are you going to do?
Didn't know we had an upstairs.
Let's go with the first plan. That's the one Mac okayed. That's the best thing we can do. Is light a dynamite, make a distraction, start scrambling down.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
All right, all right.
That's the one.
Okay, all right.
Let's not change the plan.
I agree.
Let's
We
stick
stick
to the plan.
And we agree we're never doing this again.
Yeah, you're right. We can't go off by
No,
ourselves.
we
don't know what we're doing.
no, not even close.
No.
As we're getting out the dynamite and putting it together, we should not. No, God, no. Do you know how to time this?
How do I say no?
Good. Right. We've got like a pile of it. I expect we've brought way too much with us, so we put like a little. Griff knows fire technique, so I think we built it like a fire with the little TV. We're like, we go, yeah, that looks like enough, right?
Yep.
All right,
I would like to do this.
I
in
light a
way that
match.
I could use.
No, you go on, Griff.
And it's going to blow up all this gas, basically.
Are we blowing up here, or are we throwing it into the thing?
Up here. I think
Oh,
we're
okay.
blowing up
You'll
up
do
here.
more damage if you drop it down to the bottom. If you
Yeah, but
blow
we
it
don't
up
know
up
if there's
here,
people down there and stuff.
You
Oh,
can
okay.
see far
It's a
down
distraction.
enough. You can key to the tunnels.
Yeah.
They're not in this chamber.
Oh, okay. Fuck it. Let's chuck it in then.
Yeah, let's chuck it in. I want to chuck it in.
All right.
I want to blow up some big balloons.
I light a stick of dynamite.
And
I also light a stick of dynamite and throw it in.
Once Griff throws his, I throw mine as well. I don't want to have mine longer than him.
cut back down on the ground, the snake person, who, by the way, their name is Arketh.
Sounds snaky.
Beautiful name.
Gestures towards
Did your mama give it to you?
and says, "We have perfected." Also, my mother gave all of our clutch the same name. But
Wait,
Oh,
they're all named Arcane?
yes, it
Didn't
is
that
our
get-
way.
Didn't that get confusing?
No.
You have like Arketh the Lesser and Arketh the Third and
Our
Okay.
culture is beyond your
Arceth
understanding.
minor, Arceth minor, Arceth minor.
Behold our weapon.
It's a balloon.
You have more important things going on than understanding, like, but you're all called our cat. Not important, not important.
A mountain
why did you bring it up?
filled to the brim with a perfected version of the virus. We have been spending our time and resources strengthening the destructive force of this volcano. If we apply a simple explosion to the base, then we will cause a super eruption, spreading the virus across your country and damning everyone.
Oh, you're fucking kidding.
all
That
that
would-
was
that-
bad.
That would never happen though.
I was
that
so close to
and
not doing it. We were so close to not fucking everything up.
When we are
Because
done
I'm
with
going to
the
need to
session-
prep a hell of a session. We're going to end it there.
No.
One small explosion, you say?
One
Triggers the end of the entire continent.
explosion. And let me tell you, for those of you who doubt me, Shadows Over Stillwater has a whole follow-up section devoted to what kind of adventures follow if the investigators accidentally destroy New Mexico.
New Mexico, Jamie, that's a state.
Well, it might not be soon. Anyway, thank you for joining us, everybody. We love having you here. You're all amazing. And we will be back next week. In the meantime, remember you can check out the RuneQuest White Bull campaign on Twitch, and you can also catch up with this adventure and all of our previous ones on YouTube. Thanks so much. Thanks to all the cast, to Art, Daniel, David, Jackson, and Rachel. You are all the best.
A
see you next
state. All right.